Hello friends, in this lecture I am going to discuss user authentication. Actually, user authentication is a process that is used to verify or identify the identity of user that is produced at the time of authentication. First of all, I will discuss remote user authentication principles. It is a fundamental security building block on the basis of access control and user accountability. It is a process of verifying an identity claimed by or for a system entity. It has actually two steps: identification and verification. Identification means we have to identify the identity of user. That means whether the identity is related to user A or B or C in this way. And verification means we have to we have to verify that the given identity is related to the given user or not. It is distinct from message authentication. Means of user authentication, actually there are four means. Something the individual knows, for example password or security questions just like. And something the individual possesses, that means something user have, for example electronic key card, smart card, and physical keys that is used to get authentication. Something the individual is, that is related to static biometric or biometric characteristics such as fingerprint, retina, face, that is used to get authentication. Next, something the individual does, that is related to dynamic biometric characteristics such as voice pattern, handwriting characteristics, or typing rhythms that are used to get authentication. For network-based user authentication, the most important method involve cryptographic keys and something the individual knows such as password. Mutual authentication. It is used to convince parties of each other identity and to exchange session keys. Maybe one way or mutual. Key issues are in this mutual authentication are confidentiality problem and timeliness problem. That means we have to implement some mechanism to get ensurety of confidentiality and timeliness. Actually, uh, confidentiality means the authentication is facing the problem of getting protection of session keys, and timelines means this authentication is facing the problem of replay attack. Actually, in the replay attack, attacker capture the information that is going from sender to receiver, and it will be replayed by attacker into the medium. Then receiver will get the two copies, one is from sender and one is from attacker. Then receiver may confuse which is the correct and which one is not correct. One-way authentication, it is required when sender and receiver are not in same communication at same time. Suppose that sender is active and receiver is not active, then we have to use this type of authentication. It have header in clear, so can be delivered by email system. It may want content of body protected and sender authenticated. Remote user authentication using symmetric encryption. This scenario already we have discussed, but I am going to repeat here. A two-level hierarchy of symmetric key can be used to provide confidentiality for communication in distributed environment. A strategy involves the use of trusted keys distributed center. Each party shares a secret key known as master key with the KDC, and KDC is responsible for generating keys to be used for a short time over a connection between two parties and for distributing those keys using the master keys to protect distribution. Actually, this symmetric key encryption is based on single key. We have already discussed in previous lectures symmetric key cryptography. In this key, same key is used at both sides, sender and receiver. The problem of distribution of key, symmetric key, is solved by KDC, and each party shares master key with KDC, and KDC will generate and distribute the symmetric key to the each party. Mutual authentication, that is the first approach. In this approach, you can see here A is sending some information. That information are ID of A and ID of B, and random number N1 generated by A. This information is sent to KDC. KDC again send some information to A that are given here. That means you can see here KS and ID of A is appended, and it is encrypted with the help of KB, and this encrypted information will be appended with N1, then ID of B and KS, then again it is encrypted with the help of K and sent to A, and A is again sending some information to B, that are it is KS and ID are encrypted with the help of KB, and B again sending some information to A, that are KS, that is symmetric key, and N2, that is nonce, random number generated by B. That means here random number is encrypted with the help of symmetric key, and it is sent to A, and again A is sending to B what information, N2 applied a function on N2 and getting some information that is encrypted with KS, and is sent to B. Some problem is here, we can look out. Suppose in the third step the information is transmitting, that is captured by attacker. With the help of that information, attacker can get the keys from B and saying that, or pretended as A. To overcome the problem of above approach, Denning here proposing a new protocol or new approach that are given here. You can see here actually Denning is added timestamp at the step 2 and step 3. It is a timestamp that assumes A and B, that session each case only just being generated. That means through that we can know that it is fresh key. Thus both A and B knows that key distributed is fresh. A and B can verify timelines by the checking that is clock minus T, and using that equation. This is also the some improvement of previous approach. Actually, in this, an attempt is made to respond the concern about suppress replay attack, and at the same time fix the problem is in the previous protocol. Subsequently, an inconsistency in this later protocol was noted, and improved strategy was presented. That is also the improvement of previous protocol. This protocol provides effective secure means for A and B to establish session key with secure session key. One-way authentication, that is the one-way authentication approach. This scheme requires the sender to issue a request to the intended recipient, await a response that includes a session key, and only then send the message. Remote user authentication using asymmetric key encryption. We already studied that in the asymmetric key encryption. Two keys are used at both sides, sender and receiver. Then we will first discuss mutual authentication in this. Public key encryption for session key distribution. Assume each of two parties is possession of current public key of the other. May not be practical to require this assumption. Draining protocol using timestamp, using an authentication server to provide public key certificates. Public key certificates are generally used to get public keys of the systems. Require the synchronization of clocks. Who and LAMP makes use of nonce care needed to ensure no protocol flaws. One-way authentication. It have public key approach for email, encryption of messages to achieve confidentiality and authentication both. Public key algorithm must be applied once or twice to what may be a long message. For confidentiality, encrypt message with one-time secret key, public key encrypted. If authentication is primary concern, a digital signature may be suffice. Thank you.